We're going to be ranking every position group by division. Today, we are going to be doing the NFC South. So the Buccaneers, Panthers, Saints, and Falcons. Make sure to comment down below the division you want to see next. And we're doing this in tier list format, of course. So let's jump right into the video. Starting off, we've got the quarterback position. Who has the best quarterback in the NFC South? Well, we've got Baker Mayfield, Bryce Young, Michael Penix Jr., and Tyler Shough. I think this is clear as day. Baker Mayfield is obviously the best quarterback in the NFC South. And then this is where, no, this isn't where it gets dicey because obviously Bryce Young is the second best quarterback in the NFC South. Then Michael Penix is third, and last is Tyler Shough. I don't think much explanation is really needed for that. If you disagree, I'd love to know why you think that Michael Penix is better than Bryce Young, because that's really the only argument here. Michael Penix, I don't think, has shown enough compared to Bryce Young. What Bryce Young showed at the end of last season is better than what Michael Penix showed at the end of last season. I have huge hopes for Bryce Young. I kind of think the Panthers may just sneak in as a wild card. That's how good I think Bryce Young is. I don't think he's as far off to Baker Mayfield as Michael Penix is to Bryce Young. But moving on to the running back position, this is a fun running back room in the NFC South. You've got Bijan, you've got Kamara, you've got Hubbard, and you've got Bucky Irving. Some of the best RB rooms in the entire NFL. So off rip, I think we gotta go. Look, we're considering the entire running back room, not just the top one running back. But when thinking about this division, I think the Falcons may just have the best, one of the best, maybe second best running back duo in the entire NFL with Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. So they have to be first when it comes to the running back position. And then second, is it Kamara and his backup? Is it Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle? And Jordan Brooks, who's injured, but they also drafted Trevor Etienne. The Buccaneers got Bucky and Rashad. This is honestly really tough. I actually am gonna go with the Panthers running back group second. I think Chuba Hubbard is a really good running back. He's top 12. I think him and Bucky are about in the same range. I might take Chuba just right now. I mean, I just want to see Bucky do it a little bit more. And look, Alvin Kamara might be the second best running back in this group, but I'm taking the Buccaneers running back group over the Saints here. I'm going to put Alvin Kamara in that running back room last, unfortunately. I just don't think that I would rather have the Buccaneers, Panthers, and Falcons running back room if I was starting a team. So I think it's valid for me to put those three teams above the Saints. And just so it's clear for everyone, this is how we've done it with every division. Depending on which spot you're in for each ranking. So for the quarterback position, we've got Buccaneers, Panthers, Falcons, Saints. The Buccaneers are getting 4 points for being first, Panthers getting 3, Falcons getting 2, Saints getting 1. We're going to add up all the points once we're done here, and that's going to determine the winner of this video. And then once the final 8 division winners are set, we're going to put them all up against each other in a bracket to see who has the best overall team based on position groups. And there are 2 wild cards, so if your favorite team doesn't straight up win, they could make it as a wild card. Just so we had the ground rules set. Now for wide receiver, look, we've got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Emeka Egbuka. Falcons got Drake London. They got Darnell Mooney. They have dogs. Panthers got Tet McMillan, Xavier Legette, Adam Thielen. I think that they also, Jalen Coker. They have a bunch of guys that are very good. And then you got the Saints with Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed. This is another great position group here. But I'm not going to lie, Buccaneers, I think, are a clear one. They're a clear one. They have a great duo. They have a ton of depth with Emeka and McMillan as well. That wide receiver room is insane. And now it comes down to which duos do you want the most? Drake London and Darnell Mooney, Olave and Shaheed. Do you want the young guys with Tet and Xavier Legette? I am going to go Falcons 2. Falcons 2 with Drake London, because Drake London's a top 10 wide receiver. I think that it's valid to put the Falcons wide receiver room up there. They're not too far off from the Buccaneers. And then I'm going to go with the Panthers overall wide receiver group over the Saints. I think Chris Olave would be the best receiver on the Panthers. However, I like the upside of Tet. Xavier Legette's very good, or can be very good. Jalen Coker is very good. Jimmy Horn is promising. Adam Thielen is solid. I'd rather have the Panthers receiving core over the Saints couple of guys. Now we've got the tight end position. Now this division has weak tight ends. And unless I'm missing something here, I'm not even sure who the Panthers tight end is, unless it's still Tommy Tremble. So let's go ahead and search up this Panthers depth chart. And it is Tommy Tremble with Javion Sanders. Oh, and the Panthers got Hunter Renfrow. That's kind of fun. Yeah. So Panthers, that's not great. The Saints got Jawan Johnson still, I believe, and Taysom Hill. Falcons got Kyle Pitts, and the Buccaneers have Cade Otton. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I think Cade Otton's the best. I think Cade Otton's the best tight end in this division. I think he's better than Kyle Pitts. He's clearly shown that he's a more reliable option. Sure, he is like the fourth, fifth option on that offense when you consider the running backs and how good they are at pass catching. But Cade Otton has produced more than Kyle Pitts, in my opinion, with his limited role. If he got the Kyle Pitts role, who knows? He could be elite. He's a better red zone threat than Kyle Pitts, but Kyle Pitts is still second. I'll give him second in the AFC South. And then is it Tommy Tremble or Taysom Hill? I'll take the Saints tight ends over Tommy Tremble there. Hopefully the Panthers can get that tight end situation figured out. Then we've got O-line. This one is pretty interesting. We've got 4 pretty solid O-lines. I think in my head I'm really debating, is the Falcons or the Panthers O-line better? I think I'm going to lean... Oh, I kind of like that Panthers O-line though, with Okongwu, Damian Lewis, Austin Corbett, Robert Hunt, Taylor Moton. Let's see, did the Falcons lose any offensive linemen this season? If they did, if this O-line isn't looking great, then I'm thinking Panthers first, but I think I kind of want to put the Panthers first, though. I don't know. I'll put the Falcons O-line first, just out of respect. I think that they've proven that they're better. Panthers O-line is then second. And then it's really between the Buccaneers and the Saints O-line. Let's go ahead and get that Buccaneers depth chart out. And let's get that Saints depth chart out as well. We're going to need it for these defenses anyways. I should have already had these pulled up, so that's on me. The Saints, they got a bunch of young guys. Kelvin Banks, Trevor Penning, Eric McCoy, Cesar Ruiz, and Talise Fuaga. That's actually a pretty good O-line. And then the Buccaneers, Tristan Wirfs, Graham Barton, Cody, Ben Bredesen. Oh, Ben Bredesen is really good. Yeah, this is tough because the Saints, I think on paper, I'm going to give it to the Saints. I like that Saints O-line. I'm not going to lie. I like that Saints O-line over the Buccaneers O-line. Maybe I'm stupid, but that Saints O-line is screaming to me. I almost want to put them second. Then we've got the front 7. So that's going to be, we got your linebackers, we got your D linemen, and that's about it. So front 7s, as we are thinking about those, let's go ahead and take a look. So the Panthers are going to have, they have Derek Brown, Bobby Brown, Tershawn Wharton, DJ Wonnum, Christian Roosbaum, Josie Jewell, Nick Scorton. Nick Scorton's a dog. And Michael... Oh, no, that's it. That's your front 7. I'm not completely moved by that. I'm not going to lie. Then we've got the Falcons front 7 with Morgan Fox, David... Oh, he's good. Leonard Floyd is still in the league. Caden Ellis, Divine Diablo, Jalen Walker... You know, they have some guys here. James Pierce Jr. is also on that D-line now, if you remember that. That was a great move there. Falcons front 7 is not screaming at me either, but Ellis is very good. And then Buccaneers, they got Logan Hall, Vita Vea, Kalijah Kancey, Yaya Diaby, Anthony Walker, Levante David still there, and Deion Jones, and Hassan Reddick. That's a pretty good front 7. And then the Saints are going to have Cameron Jordan, Devon Godshaw, Kalen Saunders, Carl Granderson, Demario Davis, Pete Werner, and Chase Young. That's actually a pretty good front 7 as well from the Saints there. This is tough. I think that to me, obviously the Panthers are last here. That Falcons front 7 isn't screaming to me. I'm thinking Saints 1. Am I crazy? No, I am crazy. Vita Vea and Levante David alone, I think, puts them over the Saints. But I'll put Saints second, and then we're going to go Falcons third, Panthers last there. I think that that's valid. The Buccaneers front 7 is pretty good there. But that Saints front 7 is good. Are we sure? Cameron Jordan, yeah. But those linebackers, Demario Davis, Pete Werner, Chase Young, Carl Granderson, that's a good group. But I guess I'll put them at second. And then as far as secondaries go, Tampa's got Antoine Winfield. They got Zion McCollum. That's all I got. The Falcons, they got AJ Terrell and Jesse Bates. The Panthers, they have some guys probably. Let's find out. Michael Jackson, Trevon Moehrig. That was a good signing. JC Horn. JC Horn's very good. But that's just a young group, a little bit unproven. Buccaneers, they also still have Jamil Dean. I don't love this secondary. It's not terrible, but it's probably the weak part of the defense. And then the Saints. Kool-Aid McKinstry, Justin Reed, Tyrann Mathieu, Alontae Taylor, Ugo Amadi. This guy's really good in Madden franchise. Okay, You know what? New Orleans Saints, they're getting their first place here. I'm going to give them the best secondary in the NFC South. Their defense is really good on paper. I'm expecting them to perform next season then. Just looking at their defense alone, that offense is not good. Going to put them in a lot of bad spots, but that defense is very, very good. And then I'm going to give the Falcons secondary the edge over the Buccaneers. Just looking at it again, AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates, Jordan Fuller, Mike Hughes, D. Alford, like the Xavier Watts is in there as well. Oh man, the Falcons had a great draft. And then I'll give the Buccaneers third, just show some respect to Antoine Winfield and Jamil Dean. And then you've got the Panthers in last place, sadly. And I don't think the Panthers have a bad defense at all. I actually think it's very underrated. It's just guys that I don't know if I'm taking their front seven or secondary over anybody in the NFC South. Panthers fans, let me know if I'm wrong. I might be completely off here. And then as far as head coaches go, what we got, Raheem Morris, we got Todd Bowles, we got Kellen Mond, and we got the Panthers head coach that I am forgetting his name, so let's look it up. Head coach Dave Canales. Okay, that's right. Yeah, guess who I'm putting first, buddy? Guess who I'm putting first? Dave Canales. And then it's got to be Todd Bowles, and then let's give Raheem Morris the nod over Kellen Mond. So this is going to be our final NFC South ranking. Comment down below what you agree with, disagree with. Now let's do some math, and I'll let you know who won this division. Okay, the results are in, and the difference between first and second place is just 1 point, the closest division we have done so far, which makes sense because this division is kind of up in the air. But in last place, to nobody's surprise, the New Orleans Saints with 15 points. Still not our lowest points. There is a team that's gotten lower than that. Then in second to last place is going to be the Carolina Panthers. Not very surprising there either. They're like a sleeper team. They're a dark horse if they're going to go to the playoffs or not. This roster is not exactly crazy, at least on the defensive end. And then in second place, just 1 point behind first place with 23 total points, the Atlanta Falcons come in second place, meaning first place, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with 24 points. The Buccaneers claim the NFC South, and the Falcons now are tied for the wild card spot with 2 other teams. Make sure to go check out all of the other rankings that I've done so far. The entire AFC is complete, and we only have 3 divisions left in the NFC. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoy, and until next time, y'all, peace out.